Alright guys, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. Unfortunately, this one is going to serve as the official funeral for none other than everybody's favorite tag androids. I'm not talking about the old ones, I'm talking about the new ones, the Gamma 1 and 2. Unfortunately, born 2023, July, late June? July 2023. I think it's late June 2023. Deceased July 2023. We will observe the fact that they were very powerful, extremely useful, but they simply are going to fall by the wayside. Shout out to some other characters that are also, were also a part of the accident. Gonna look at you. Just gone too soon, man. Gone too soon. You, oh my god, definitely gone too soon. Are there any other yellow characters? We start getting into scary territory where they definitely been gone too soon. Like Tag, Vegeta, and Trunks. Yeah, so everybody else, we don't care about you. Yeah, I mean, that includes Ultras like Ultra Vegito, because you've been gone. Whew, boy, unfortunate. But it's Deleto Blue time! So Deleto Blue is here to delete all your yellow characters from existence. Boy, there is no reason to even think about considering bringing a yellow. You building your team, you're looking at your best characters, you're like, who should I bring to my team? Who am I going to use? Am I going to use my brand new, just summoned for a few weeks ago androids? Nope, I'm going to use, because no, I'm not, because Deleto Blue is here and he's going to delete them. So no, you're just not going to do it. Deleto Blue is that guy. He is the epitome of power creep. This guy reset power creep. He is far of a higher, so much of a higher scale than freaking Ultra Kid Boo's release, than Ultra Rosé's release. It's not even equivalent to Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta for the 2-year anniversary. It is incomprehensible. I can't even bring the words to my mouth and deliver it to the video to say what I mean to say. Okay, I am losing my voice because of all the recording last night. So let's be serious for a moment. If you made it through that part, big ups. If you understood it was a joke, also big ups. I appreciate you. Today's video like goal is going to be 1K. I just felt like it had been a while since I had done some stupid stuff, so it is what it is. So a lot of the discourse is about the characters that you guys see on the screen currently, and to start things off, the idea is that a lot of these characters are not going to age very well. They released a grip of characters this anniversary, starting with Casserole. Look at all those characters. That's awesome, man. We appreciate that. We love that. What is that, like 15 characters? We love that. That's amazing. The problem is that I can only see probably 3 that are going to actually age well. Now, that doesn't mean their kit will be bad and their kit won't individually age well, right? Like, Jiren has stuff that's going to be good like in a year. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when it comes to the meta, the only characters I think we'll see after this initial wave is like... Actually, I think it's only Goku and Frieza and Vegito. Actually, and that's also largely because Goku and Frieza got a buff. Damn, this game's power creep is insane. So let me just kind of explain what I meant by Vegito being the new power scale. Vegito has things in his kit that counter basically every other top character in the game. Yeah, literally every other top character in the game. So if you have something predicated on destroying his cards, like Rosé or like Goku and Frieza, you're not going to do that. If you have mechanics that reduces Dragon Balls, like a lot of the characters that came out recently do, you're not going to do that. If you have, if you're Ultra Gogeta and you're dependent on your blast, basically special cover change gauge that you have, where he destroys your strikes and then forces you into being able to use the blast, and then hopefully, throws a blue card in your face if you're Ultra Gogeta Blue. This guy kind of offsets that by a big margin by being able to forcefully draw a strike on entry, thus leading to combo extension. Switching to him with the Gogeta with full gauge could turn into a couple cards. Seriously. So you don't have to worry about that issue with him destroying your strikes with the Gogeta. Also, when this guy gets a full gauge, if you had a full gauge for that switch too, you're going to get an extra strike too. So he just completely offsets that. He just naturally counters Kid Buu. Like, Kid Buu just naturally countered Gogeta. Like, he just naturally counters him because colors and a lot of things. Also, I'm pretty sure I brought this up when Kid Buu came out. I thought that the only thing he was missing in this kit was type neutrality, and he doesn't even have it for defense, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that they didn't give it to him because of Vegito Blue coming out. They wanted Vegito Blue to have no reason not to destroy him, like, in any interaction. Kid Buu's still insane and, like, top 3 good in the game, in my opinion. I'm not one of those people that will rip a character from being at the top because they're color countered by another top character. That's just not me, because I think that colors are in cycles. I'll talk about that in a second, too. But Vegito is the new power. Like, seriously. He's not a character that's going to fall off anytime soon. He's going to be relevant for the next year. He's going to be, and you better hope he is, because if he's not in like a few months, good lord, this game's power creep is ridiculous. So anyway, and it is ridiculous for the record. So anyway, these characters aren't bad. They're just not going to age great. So, like I said with Kid Buu, not having any sort of neutrality, defensive neutrality, or anything like that is actually a really big deal when you consider. This is why people knock characters down in their top lists. I just don't like doing it. But when you consider the fact that Vegito's going to be in every damn match, right? This is why it's fair for people to do that in their top rankings and say, okay, well, he's not as good because the red came out. I don't like doing that because I'm like, okay, well, Goku and Frieza exist. So do I just not ever bring a yellow again? Does yellow just permanently lose value because there's a red? But what about the purples? So on and so forth with every color, right? That's just my idea and my argument. Because right now, I think every color has good representatives for characters, very strong characters in every color, basically. I'm thinking about blue. Am I forgetting? No, well, Frieza also doubles as blue. So maybe blue is the one. They got Beast too, I guess. Maybe blue's the one. But you get my point. So anyway, we move on to the Gammas, who were a large part of my bit there a second ago. The Gammas also have neutrality, but kind of don't. So what do I mean by that? They've got unfavorable element factor nullification. It's good they have it on the Core Breaker. The problem is Core Breaker is like forever. It takes forever to set this up. Unless you have an ally defeated, I guess. It takes forever to set this up. So that being said, when they get it, you're good. It's for 30 counts. I don't want to underrate that or discredit that or anything like that. Also down here, when they switch, they do pick it up for like 2 to 3 seconds. On the natural tag switches, yeah, 3 seconds right here. So they have neutrality. But my only issue with all of this neutrality they have is that it's not like able to be used on defense 90% of the time. Like the natural tag switch to Gamma 2 or to Gamma 1 will give you that naturally. But the problem with that is that if you're tag switching, that means you were probably at neutral, maybe you were on offense, things like that. And there's value to that, don't get me wrong. It's just like if Vegito's getting you, if he gets you a couple times, you're dead. Because you can't stop it. There's no defensive neutrality. Unless, again, you pop the Core Breaker, I guess, and you got, what, the 30 counts? But Vegito's still going to destroy you either way, to be honest. So it is what it is. And then you can also kind of offset it, like some of these other characters are doing, with having like some things like arts power debuffs and stuff. Jiren, I don't know if he has most of that stuff. I feel like he does. It's just not showing a trait for it. But yeah, arts power debuffs are useful too. But yeah, Vegito is going to still shred all these characters. So Vegito has really, I think, ruined the game in terms of what we can expect from here. Don't get me wrong, it was already ruined. Like it was already ruined, bro. It's been ruined for like a year. Actually, a lot longer, to be honest, in terms of power creep. But at least a year. But I think that these characters are going to just... Somebody said this on Twitter, and I really just agree. Like I said a second ago, I think only Goku and Frieza are really going to age out of this group really well. I mean, Kid Buu too, since you can see him on the screen, obviously. But all these other characters, I think there's value to having them. Like the superhero characters, I think there's value. It's just with Vegito in every match, it's going to be really tough. So I don't think that like we should go as far as to say like the funeral, obituary, all that stuff for these characters. I don't think that that's what's happened, especially yet. Because I don't think they're gone yet. I think they'll last at least until their boost. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But the main thing I wanted to drive home is that you can really tell that they made sure that Vegito had an advantage over every character in the game. Like I said, all the things he counters, you can't really do much to him. And if you take his gauge off or whatever, he can just force it back. Or if he vanishes, he can force it back. He gets free Dragon Balls for no reason. Just everything. Seriously, everything. But you can tell that they made it easy for him too, with not releasing a lot of blue characters, apparently. Like, where are all the blues at? What's up with the blues? Am I missing something? Blue is like They just dropped the Zenkai Trunks. I haven't finished them, so I forgot about them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really moved by blue. Anyway, and you also can tell that they made it really, really powerful for him with the yellows too. So what do you guys think? I want to open it up to you guys. How well do you think these anniversary characters will age? Do you think Vegito is going to invalidate these characters to where they don't get used immediately while they're still on boost? They just disappear completely. What do you think is going to happen? All right, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you happen to be new to the channel. We have a ton of Vegito content that we've been putting out as well, so if you have missed some of that, be sure to check it out, and I'll see you guys in those videos. Take it easy.